think first off, just our team is very excited to be the number 4 seed in the national playoffs. We're excited to get the bye and to have at least the second round game here in Harrisonburg. Look forward to playing the winner of Lehigh and New Hampshire, 2 quality football programs. It should be a great first round game there, and I'm sure the winner will present us with a monumental challenge in the second round. So biggest thing is I'm proud of our team. I'm proud of our seniors. 10-1 regular season, 8-0 in the CAA, so I think a significant achievement there. We'll enjoy that and celebrate that today. Maybe we might let it eke into tomorrow, but then after that, we will be completely refocused and on to the next game, which is obviously the biggest game of the year for this team and one of the bigger games in JMU football history. So look forward to the matchup on December 3rd.
Questions? For the seniors, this is the 3rd selection show. What does that say about how the program has grown and how you've seen it grow over the years, from just making it into the playoffs to earning a seed and now a top 4 seed?
Right. I mean, just like you said, we've been here and we're able to see a bunch of different teams, coaches, players come through here. This team's different though. We're more of a family. We're playing together as a family and fighting as a family. So I mean, just being able to see, being able to compare this year to the last. We're a lot more close, us as players, but then we're really close with the coaches. They've come in here, introduced a great plan, implemented great things into the program, and we've really bought in. And it's just something that's really helped out with this season and allowed us to be successful like we are. And it's just it's awesome to get the seed that we have. We're very, very thankful for that, and we're looking forward to the second part of the season, which is the playoffs. So
for any of the players, just talk about having a home game and possibly having 2 home games. How much does that kind of mean to you guys to be able to play here in the playoffs?
Matt, why don't you take that first?
I mean, the fan base here is amazing, and so playing at home, it's something special. I mean, we're obviously comfortable here, but I mean, just looking around and having your supported JMU fan base and everyone in the local area, it's awesome. I mean, you can't ask for something better to start off the playoffs at home, and then, I mean, other than that, it's just great.
I would say piggybacking off of Frank, it just feels great playing in front of your fans, just seeing the students and the alumni come out and support you, and our home vibe here, down in third quarter, down the fourth quarter on third down, it just gets really hectic, so it's hard for the other team to recuperate and just come out and go against us as a team and us as a community.
Coach, what are your thoughts on the possibility of playing New Hampshire after already seeing them this season?
I think it's fine. I mean, I think, for the CAA, I wished that we didn't see a conference opponent that early in the tournament, just for, the opportunity for as many CAA teams as possible to advance as deep as possible. But certainly we would be excited about that matchup. Sean's done a great job up there for a long time. They're a quality program, and they've been, I don't know how many this is, 14, 15 years in a row they've been to the playoffs. So obviously they've kind of been there, done that. But we'd be excited with whoever we play, them or Lehigh.
With New Hampshire in the pod, will you change how you scout? I mean, will you completely focus on Lehigh since you've already scouted New Hampshire?
We'll prepare for both of them this week, and it's traditionally what we've done. We might spend, we're going to practice 3 days this week, so we might spend just a little bit more on Lehigh because it is an opponent we have not seen, but we'll certainly focus on New Hampshire as well this week.
Matt, the coaches, when they got here, Gage touched on different coaches you guys have seen in your career. They told you they chose you. How much did that mean to you as players to hear a coach say, we chose to come to be with you?
I mean, it's awesome. And so you go through different coaches, and honestly, it's a rough road, but then you get a staff that really embraces who you have as players and who you have as people. And, I mean, that's the biggest thing. And moving forward, I mean, beginning of the season, Gage said it best, we really bought in. And so, I mean, these coaches are great. They know exactly what schemes fit us and, I mean, how to talk to us even. And so that's the biggest thing. And, I mean, I think it's just a perfect fit.
Rashard, how do you guys plan to take advantage of obviously having that bye week and get well rested, especially considering this is a team that's trying to get over that playoff hump that they haven't been over the past couple of years?
Just take it one day at a time. Make sure any players with nicks and dings get in the training room as much as possible. Just get everything healed up. And it just gives us more time to rest and recuperate our minds. You know, it's a long journey, so it's always a tiring process. But this bye week helps you come back together and just get yourself in that mode again to go on for a run.
Coach, when you put your plan together at the beginning of the year, I mean, this was the goal. How did this team accept into that? When did you see them buying in to the point where we might be able to accomplish goal one and move on to goal two?
Well, I mean, I thought that, during preseason camp, we saw a lot of positive movement towards that. But I really, if you have to pinpoint one certain place during the season, I really felt like the Delaware game because I thought Delaware was a really top-tier CAA team when it came in here. Talent-wise, they're as good as anybody in this league. We knew there was a lot on the line there for that game, and for us to come out and play with the physicality that we did on that day, I thought that was a turning point for us. I thought probably the next turning point for us was the win at Richmond, because I thought that was one that I thought that our kids needed for themselves. After last year, I knew that there was still just a lot of hard feelings over the loss last year, and they wanted to win that game badly, and to go in and play the way we did as a group, and to have the offense do their part, the defense do their part, the special teams do their part, and really to get heavy contributions from all three phases to win together at Richmond. That was a really special moment. So, there's other moments throughout the year, but I thought those two kind of stuck out with me of, this team's got a chance to be really special.
How do you guard against looking ahead? You obviously have an undefeated Sam Houston State team and North Dakota State on your side of the bracket.
I mean, pretty much we're just gonna focus on, like Coach said, we're gonna focus on the two teams that are possible that we're gonna play next round. We ain't looking too far ahead in the bracket. We're focused on the next game, just because that's the most important game, and that's what we're gonna focus on. Whether it's Lehigh or New Hampshire that comes out on top, we're gonna be ready for both, and I believe the coaching staff is gonna have the best plan set up for us to be successful. And then as time goes on, when those games come around, we'll think about them and game plan off of them. So.
Coach, this is purely a question out of curiosity. What were you thinking about when ESPNU was showing the Citadel and your players are kind of egging you on?
Well, they've heard enough stories about the Citadel all year this year, but I'm proud of them. I'm proud of Brent Thompson, who's a close friend of mine, the job he's done there with that group. I'm proud of those kids because most of them I recruited, and they're good. They're just like my bunch here. I mean, they're good people. They're good football players, and I wish them the best of luck. I have no idea where the bracket fell out, but we'll see if we end up playing them somewhere down the road.
You kept a lot of things the same this year. That's been a routine, whether you're on the road,
Yep.
whether you're home. The constant. How will that go now with a holiday and a bye week? How will that vary the same thing you had?
Well, I mean, week after next will be identical to every week we've had all year. I mean, the routine we have, carries on all throughout the playoffs. As far as this week, we're going to practice Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We'll try to get the kids out of here by early afternoon on Wednesday. That way they can get home without driving at night. I think it's important that, with the opportunity to have the bye, we want to make sure we get everybody as much rest as possible, healed up as much as possible. But I also think it's important for them to be with their families on Thanksgiving. And I think that's really a special, it's really a special year when you can achieve what we achieved in the regular season, be one of the top teams in the country going into the playoffs, but also be able to share that Thanksgiving, with their families. I think that really makes it special, because I can remember, we've been to the playoffs several times, in my career, and I can just remember the Thanksgivings. I remember all of them, and some of them we've had together because we've had a first-round game, and those are special memories. And then we've had some like this, which were also special because you get to take a break in the middle of getting ready for that second-round playoff game to spend time with family and friends.
And for the players, kind of off that, was the routine this year, whether you were on the road or whether at home, having that constant? How did that factor into your weekly preparations?
I would say it makes things easier. It takes things off your mind. You don't have to think about anything. You don't have to worry about any distractions. I mean, as the games go on, as the weeks go on, it just comes a routine, and that makes you focus on the game more. So that way you have less in your mind. You can just go out and play on game day.
With the bye, do you anticipate getting some guys back that have missed time? Carden, Brian, I guess Kirsch. I saw him looking around. Do you anticipate getting those guys back?
I would say right now, looking at it, we would optimistically anticipate to be at full strength by December 3rd.
Coach, JMU one of, 4 CAA teams to get into the playoffs. What does that say about how hard it was to get that trophy?
I mean, now I think the Southern Conference is a tough conference, but this conference is unlike anything that I've been around in my coaching career as far as the quality of opponents, especially the top half of the conference this year. Yeah, I feel like that any one of those teams could have won the conference championship, and so I think for this group to do what it did and to go undefeated with that schedule, with having to go to Richmond, to New Hampshire, to Maine, to Villanova, to play Maine and Richmond and Delaware all coming off of byes, to have that kind of slate this year, which I think is probably the hardest slate anybody had in this league, I think that's a real testament to the quality of our players and of our program.
Coach, the experience you have on your staff, whether it be in playoffs or bowl games, how is that going to factor into the preparation? Obviously, it's going to be an advantage of it.
Sure, and I think that, probably the most significant thing I did when I got hired was putting together the staff that I was able to put together, because they're quality people. That's the number one thing. They care about these players. They've established great relationships with these players. And I think that the players have learned to trust them and to value their experience. I mean, there's no bigger example than yesterday. We're starting a true freshman quarterback, and Coach Kirkpatrick, has the perfect game plan for him, and adding in the wrinkles with Taylor at the Wildcat and just some different things in our play calling to make it as comfortable as possible for Cole, and that's experience. A younger coordinator that does not have the mistakes in his past, because that's what experience comes from, that Coach Kirkpatrick has, would not have been able to put together a plan like that. And so I just think that that's an advantage for us, having Coach Trott, Coach Kirkpatrick, Coach Steinspring, Coach Bowers, all of the quality people taking care of our play calling. I think that's just an advantage for us.
Gage, I know this team was very excited to get a top 4 seed, but in a sense, do you guys kind of throw that out the window a little bit? Because as you know personally, anything could happen in the playoffs.
Right. I mean, it's just obviously it's nice getting the top 4 seed. It allows us to have the first round bye, allows our team to get healthy and come back as full strength as possible. But it allows us also as well, to kind of relax, get our mindset for the second part of the season. Focus on the teams that we're gonna have to face in the second round. But I mean, it's a nice thing to have the top 4 seeds so that we're able to do what we can, for the season coming up. Just like I said, the bye is gonna help us out a lot. Having this little bit of rest time to get everybody, refocused, rehyped, ready for the second part of the season. It'll be a good thing for us. So.
Coach, a message to JMU Nation about enjoying Thanksgiving and being here December 3rd.
Well, I think first off is I think everybody can celebrate on Thanksgiving, a great regular season and a CAA championship. And I think certainly we feel like that all of JMU Nation is a part of that, because there is no game day that's as good as our game day at this level. And anybody that's been to a game this year and seen, the crowds, 26,000 for the Delaware game, for homecoming, for all these, and we expect to see the same thing on December 3rd. The thing I would tell our fans is, when you get in the tournament, everybody has an equal shot. There's 24 teams in there, and every one of them has a shot to win the national championship. These are the top teams in the country. And so we're going to have an exciting matchup on December 3rd. And it'll be a quality opponent. It's going to be a great atmosphere, and we need this stadium jam-packed with people in purple to cheer these kids on, and they're worth it. These are special young men, and they're worth their support.
Any other questions? Okay.
Thanks a lot. Go Dukes!